Hey guys, Geoffrey here. In this video, I'm going to show you the real reasons why she says she needs space. And in case we haven't met, my name is Geoffrey and I'm here to empower men in long-term relationships or marriages with the right skills and knowledge to be able to create thriving relationships for the long haul. So I really want you to stay till the end of this video because not only am I going to show you the real reasons why she wants some space, but understanding these reasons will really help you gain clarity on what you need to do to remove some of that frustration, that confusion, and gain clarity on what you need to do to respond. And before I begin this video, I want to tell you about the free masterclass that I'll be hosting, where I'll be going through the 5 proven steps to rebuilding your relationship or marriage from the ground up. So be sure to stick around till the end of this video for the announcement on how you can get in on that masterclass. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified when I post new videos 3 times every single week. And so the first thing you need to understand is that when she says she needs space, the most obvious thing, and I'm sure you know this, is that she's missing something from the relationship. And I'm not going to tell you what a lot of other coaches say, which is that, she's bored of the relationship, she's lost attraction. I'm trying to get you to understand that the root cause is something more specific than that you can actually investigate and get into. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know my 5-step pillar, the 5 pillars of the relationship here. So you start with emotional safety here, which is all about have you created this relationship, this culture where you can share your emotions and people are free to express their emotions and so on, where they feel emotionally fulfilled. And the second pillar here would be psychological safety. That's about how well you guys communicate together, how openly you guys communicate together, and do you have the safety to actually express whatever it is you want to express. Then of course you have admiration, goal alignment, and sexual passion. Admiration being, do you deeply respect each other? Goal alignment being, do you have dreams together? Do you plan life together? And so on. And so if you're familiar with this would be a good framework for you to gauge or diagnose what parts of the relationship is missing right now. If you guys are arguing a lot and there's a lot of pent-up emotions, then you have some emotional safety issues. And if you can't communicate properly or there's some blockages in the communication, you have to walk on eggshells, you have psychological safety issues. And the same goes for the other 3 pillars here. And so what you need to understand is that if any one of these pillars are missing or they haven't been built in the relationship, then that could be the reason why she wants space. So it goes beyond just things are stale or that she's bored. It goes beyond that. We can pinpoint something more specific than just this broad stroke. Now, that part may be obvious, right? If she wants space, obviously she's missing something, but that's not all. The second reason why she wants space is that she has these issues, she has these problems, but she can't express them to you. Because again, if you look at these 5 pillars here, this foundation, this psychological safety or emotional safety is likely to be broken. Well, why does she think that she can't express them to you? The main reason really is she doesn't think you will listen or you will understand. And this can be caused by a lot of reasons here, but the 3 most common one is this. One is that whenever she brings up the problem to you, and she might have tried in a direct way or in a very indirect way as hints. But whenever she brings it up to you, you are very quick to get into solutions. So when she brings it up to you, you're very quick to say, hey, here's what we should do, X, Y, Z. And the problem with giving solutions too quickly, and while solutions are great, is that you'll fail to see the root cause or the root problem that she's really trying to express. And so if you jump in with your solutions too quickly, what happens is your solutions may not actually be relevant or might not actually be something that she's looking for. Issues with relationships can be very complex. And even if you ask your partner, hey, what is the issue? The first answer that comes out of her mouth may not be the actual issue. It takes some artful skill to dig deeper. Use your questions to dig deeper to understand what is the root cause. And so what usually happens is we jump too fast into conclusions. We think we solved the problem, but it's actually not solved. And she'll get frustrated because she once again will think, here we go again. I'm trying to say and express this to you, but you're just not wanting to listen. All you do is jump into conclusions and solutions, and often the wrong ones, instead of understanding what the true core reasons are. And so often what happens is you end up making the same mistakes over and over and over and over again, and you have to keep apologizing, saying sorry over and over and over again. And over time, as you keep doing this, your sorries, your I understand, means a lot less to her because it doesn't mean anything if you keep saying it and nothing changes. And then eventually, if this pattern keeps repeating itself again, it leads to more and more arguments. Now she has less patience for you when you do the same mistake again. And she explodes. When she explodes, you explode, and it goes into this all-out war. So leave a quick comment below here on which of these 3 mistakes you think you're making. It could be all 3. It usually is all 3, but leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So when you understand those 2 points, you have to understand that the real reason why she wants this space right now is because, number 1, she knows that you're not the one to heal her. She needs to heal herself. She needs to heal her emotions, but you're not the one to do it, because you've proven to her time and time again that you are not the one to be a good listener, to understand the root problems of the relationship and come up with like a very viable solution that can make you happier long term and make sure that the same mistake doesn't happen again. And so because you can't heal her here, the space is really for her to heal herself, by herself and without you. And the most important thing though is that this space is also meant for you to take the lead on figuring things out. This space is really your opportunity to make things right and lead the conversation in a way that actually yields some answers, some real answers on what can be better next time. And the third real reason behind the space is that she's giving you space to change yourself. Now, we all know that if there's some systemic problem in a relationship, in a long-term relationship, that it's often a problem with character. And these issues cannot be solved overnight. And she knows that. And the reason why she wants this space is because she knows that no problems can be fixed overnight. And so she wants to separate away from you to give you the time to not only understand what the root causes of the problems are, which is number 2 here, but also take the time to work on yourself to understand how to become a better and different person later on. And so the important thing to know is that when she wants space, there's no shortcuts. There's no trickery here. There's no like magical texts or magical scripts, magical letters that you can send her. Why? Because anything you do to try to trick the process or to shortcut the process is only going to suggest that you're not here to actually work on yourself. You are here for quick fixes. That you're not here to actually investigate the root of the problem. You're still trying to manipulate or trick her into thinking you understand when you actually do not. And the other reason why I say there's no shortcuts here is that she'll come back to you. She will no longer want space with you if she understands that the changes are real, that you have changed for the better, that you're not changing because of some temporary thing to try to get her back. She needs to know that the changes are permanent and real. And this is why, the advice of, hey, just take her out on dates, go have fun again, doesn't always work, because it goes beyond that. You actually need to understand the root cause of what's causing the problem and fix that problem and let her believe, make it her decision to believe that those changes that you made are real. And this is also why usually you are going to find some resistance here, where you're trying to do the right things, but she is having none of it. She doesn't believe you. She doesn't accept it as readily. And the reason why, again, is resistance. She's suspicious right now of whether this change is just temporary, to manipulate her into thinking that everything is okay when it's actually not okay. To make her think that you've changed so much when you actually haven't. You're just playing up the scripts. And that's why she often pulls up all this resistance in the short term to make sure that your changes are real and permanent. And so where most people fail is in 2 points. One is that they never really take the time and gain the skill to really understand how to ask questions and lead a conversation so that they can get to the root cause of what the actual issue is. And the second pitfall is that, even if they understand what the root cause of the issue is, they may not always have the patience to go through that dip of when she'll become suspicious of your changes. And because they never get through that dip, they never see the uprise eventually. So you have to get through that dip where she's resisting and she's suspicious if you want to really get her back and show her that your changes are real and permanent. Now, if you're interested in this free resource that can help you lead this conversation, ask questions the right way to get really to the root cause of the issue, then you want to download the free guide in the description box below this video. And if you want in on the masterclass where we talk about the 5 proven steps to rebuilding a relationship from the ground up, and the same system that a lot of men have used, a lot of my students have used to save the relationship from a brink of divorce to a place where it's thriving, then you also want to check out the link in the description box below this video. And of course, if you want to connect with me on a more personal level, I also have a link down below to my personal Facebook group where you can ask questions and actually get good advice about any issues in your relationships that you're facing. So if you find this video helpful, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to this video for more content like this one. And let me know in the comments below, what did you find most eye-opening or most useful in this video? I'd love to hear your thoughts here. In the meantime, be sure to watch these 2 videos on the 5 pillars of the relationship like we talked about in the beginning of this video. And also the 3 things you must do when she says that she needs space. But with that, I'll see you in the next video.